Okay, we're just about ready to go. I do have a co-caster here. Bolts, talk to the people.
Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Bolts, and I'll be helping out Fury today with his cast.
I got you, man. I got the command there from Nightbot. Nightbot's gonna help us with that, but
Awesome.
enough with that. Let's transition and let's let him go at it. Bolts, do you have any experience with either of these teams?
I have not casted for either of their invitational teams, I believe. Maybe I've casted for Circuitry Gaming before. I cannot remember.
Okay, okay. Do you prefer to? It's like a double-edged sword. It's fun to. Hold on, that's not coming up. It's fun to cast teams that you're familiar with, but it's also fun to see some new blood and some new play styles.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you see some people you haven't seen before, and you're excited to see, what kind of team they are. Are they going to be physical? Are they going to have a lot of passing involved? And, it's always a lot of fun. Look at Tyler getting the first goal, interrupting us.
Right there, great pass from legendary Tyler, swoops in. Bit of an own goal there from Coda. I didn't see it at the end. Take it away, Bolts.
All right. Second kickoff of the game. Monk Jr. already up for it. Tyler gonna be able to cut this one off. Legendary J able to get the shot immediately. Look at the speed. Oh man, perfect midfield pass to set things up. You usually want to try to get those midfield plays going with your teammates, as that's one of the most dangerous plays you can set up. And that time had no one there. Tyler now gonna take this one off the ceiling. Gonna try to take it over Monk Jr. Coda there off the sidewall now. Swift gonna come in and boom this downtown. Monk Jr. gonna play it down. Nobody there. Now Legendary J up for it. Goes for the fake, trying to go under. Takes it by Ant. But Monk Jr. able to get back in time.
I love it. I love it. You see the fake and into the backflip. Look at Monk Jr. And this is what you expect to see. It's the Invitational. These are Tier 1 and up, GC2 and up. And Monk making it look easy.
Keep the change.
Oh, that was
filthy
beautiful.
animal.
You saw the fake earlier, and then Monk able to take it the other way. Tyler gonna win the kickoff here, but it's gonna go right to Coda. Coda staying with it, does get an extra touch on it. Swift gonna try to play this one out, not able to now. Legendary J, will Coda sticking with it out of the corner. Still has one more to the midfield, but Tyler gonna be able to cut that one off pretty quick. Monk off the sidewall, and now Legendary J gonna play this to the corner. Monk gonna play this back down to the middle, but nobody home. Swift playing it off the backboard, cut off by Antics. Swift can't get a touch on it. Legendary J gonna add on to it. 2-goal lead for the Clappers.
Right, yeah, 2-goal lead for the Clappers. Legendary comes in. And that's the kind of stuff, you've seen it in lower tiers before, but you're definitely not going to get away with it here in an invitational match. He just lets it off his car a little too much, pretty much into no man's land.
Yeah, definitely. Gotta have somebody in the midfield there to receive those passes, or it can get deadly. Tyler gonna put this one upfield, but not able to connect with Legendary. Legendary's been kind of outstanding in this one so far, making quite a few plays. As now Monk gonna go off the sidewall right to Legendary, trying to connect with Swift in the middle. This time it's cut off by Circuitry. And Legendary gonna find a demo on the way out. Tyler not able to connect. That's gonna be Legendary J. Monk hitting it out. Antics able to follow up, and now they've got a little attack going here. But it is 1v2. So the Clapper is able to hold off. Coda gonna send this to the other end. Monk Jr. not able to capitalize on that one. And now Tyler with some room to work with, popping it up, looking to go for the flip reset. Well, didn't get it that time, but it was looking pretty dangerous. Now Swift looking to drop it down over Antics, but a good play there. And Coda gonna play this one out, but Legendary J finding Tyler, trying to find Swift in the midfield, but Swift was on their way out. Legendary pop this one up and over, gets it by Coda. Tyler gonna keep the play moving. Antics needs one more touch to get it out of there, and Monk will do so. Coda gonna play this one to the right side of the field. Plenty of room to work with. Great pass, knowing that there was nobody there on that side. Swift gonna make the save. Oh, and Tyler staying with this one, looking to take it over Monk. Last back, able to make the save again. We've seen some good defense here in the past minute or so.
Yeah, you pretty much need it. We could take this time to talk about the speed. I mean, this is the first Invitational I've ever casted, and the change in speed and pace and mechanical skill is noticeable, you know, in the first few seconds, I'd say. So yeah, everyone watching the chat, I know we're not used to seeing Invitational matches. Yeah, it's tier 1 for IGL, so it's GC2 plus. So I mean, you could be GC3, you could be Supersonic Legend. It just, you know, you just have to be part of an org, and they have to put you up. As Coda finishes up 2-3, bringing the lead back down to 1 goal.
Can I get a, oh yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you said it. I mean, when you get into these Invitational games, this is the best of the best for IGL. And, you know, the gameplay is going to be faster. We're going to see a lot more control. We're going to see a lot of passes in the midfield. And really players taking advantage of that space that they're given. And, you know, also going to see great defense come out. Is this one going to be sent the other way? Swift hanging with this one. Going to end up being a 50. Going to drop into the orange zone, but Swift not scared at all. This one's going to go back to the other end. Tyler going to pop this one up. Finding a demo. No one on the ball just yet, though. Going to leave it. Antics going to take it over one. One man to beat, but Swift able to get the hit out. Coda. Sorry, what were you saying?
So what are you seeing here early on? Monk Jr. on the board. He is their leading man, their top scorer. Coda can do it as well. He sets up the pass. Monk reads it. And that's just team play synchronicity. They have a lot of history with each other. And you see the practice coming there. But what are you seeing from these two teams now that we're tied?
Man, I mean, I'm definitely seeing the speed come out. I'm seeing a lot of passing plays. And earlier on, we were seeing the Clappers not really being contested in the midfield too often. But now we're starting to see Circuitry start to adjust a bit and start to be there in the midfield to cut that off. Swift gonna take the lead with 36 seconds to go.
Yeah,
but
late lead for them. Coda looked so good on the other side of the field. He can't quite touch off the wall. Monk Jr., you know, that familiarity with your teammate, it goes both ways. Sometimes you can trust him a little too much. Sometimes maybe you cannot, and I think right there we saw the former with Monk Jr.
Right. It was definitely a clutch play that the Clappers needed. Antic's gonna play this one down. Coda can't connect on it. Monk gonna take it on target, but Swift able to make the save. Oh, Legendary gonna take this one out now. Just trying to waste as much time as they can here. Whether that be 50-50s, just putting the ball up high and out of danger. Really any way they can. Antic's gonna take control here though. Swift trying to waste time still. It's gonna go to Monk. Staying with it. Off the backboard. Anyone there for it? Antics with the shot.
Oh my
It's
god.
saved. Oh my goodness. That was so dangerous. But the Clappers held on.
Yeah, so let's talk about records a little bit. You see the Clappers, they come into this one 2-3. Circuitry Gaming boasting a very snazzy 4-1. It's easy to just give them the advantage just on record alone, but sometimes they could be deceptive this early in the season.
For sure. I mean, it's definitely... I was watching a little bit of the Invitational over on IGL's channel not too long ago. And it was a 4-1 team. The Knights of RL were playing RTX, and RTX were 2-3, and they were still playing it really close. And it was a 1-goal game throughout the one game I did see. So definitely records can be quite deceiving at times, and can't count out the Clappers at all in this one.
Right, and again, to answer maybe some more questions from the chat, the Invitational teams play twice a week, and they've been doing that the past few weeks, so that's where you're getting these records from. So both teams have likely already played this past Tuesday.
Right. And you know, the thing is, it's kind of a long season, or it's double the length about of an IGL season, the normal season, because you have about 6 games or so, and you know, this one obviously being 10, and then you have the playoffs. It's going to be a little bit different. So teams going to have to, you know, have a little bit of endurance Gonna try to get through all these games and, have to obviously keep it up at a high level too. But that's also where the substitutes come in, because I believe you can have up to 7 players on an invitational team.
Yes, which is actually, as I was setting the overlays for the clappers, I think they went either 6 or the full 7. So I had to make adjustments. I'm usually just used to putting the five-man teams.
Right, and sometimes that can be hard to determine, who's going to be in the starting lineup. As normally you got 5 people, maybe even 4 with most teams. Usually the ideal setup, but here they could really go with anyone. Swift off the sidewall, gonna take a shot. No, that one's gonna go off backboard, but Coda there to cut that one off. This one gonna be 50 down. Legendary with the shot, Monk there. Monk Jr. going up with it as well. Coda looking to keep it going. Maybe playing it back for antics. But Tyler going up for it, not going to be able to get to it just yet. Legendary J going for the shot.
Nice
but Coda
save.
Gonna get that one out of there. That was a good save. Avoided danger quite a few times we've seen in this one already. Great saves coming out from Circuitry.
Yeah, so the first time I've casted Circuitry Gaming's team, I think they were going by Gray at the time, was for the show match between them and Melon Patch Gaming. Did you catch that?
I did catch a little bit of that.
Well, let's see here. Monk Jr. just always around where the other team doesn't want to see him.
Oh man, yeah, definitely being a difference maker in this one so far for Circuitry. Has been kind of the jack of all trades, is able to play make, really can fit in anywhere you need them to be. And has definitely been the playmaker in this one so far.
Yeah,
I wanted to.
Sorry, when I was casting them, they were kind of in a similar situation. They went down early in game 1. It was just the best of 3 for that show match series, and it's kind of going in the same vein here. They lose game 1 narrowly, by 1 close to the end, but we can't forget about the momentum that they had built up towards the end of the game, scoring, I think it was, 2 or 3 unanswered goals, and then now have the 1-goal lead here.
Right. And, I really do think show matches in the offseason are a great way to, really buy some time until the next IGL season, because usually it's about a month or so before, without really any IGL action, so it's definitely great. You also have the Tournament of Champions, and
So Swift, he's shown us his talent up and down the field. He doesn't need this kind of help, but Monk Jr. is just going to blow away his leading man there.
Oh, look at the power he got on it, too.
Yeah.
Absolutely launched.
So now we're tied 1-1. Clappers do respond. Demo there.
Metro Boomin wants some more.
And Monk Jr. takes it out, beats Swift. He got Legendary on defense. Nice save there. Go ahead, Bolts.
Ooh. Yeah, we're definitely seeing good saves come out in this one so far. I wanted to ask if you've done any co-casting before this. I think you've done it before with Hyper, but I'm not sure.
I did it with Hyper. Yeah, I think most of the chat has seen the channel points reward. What is it, 20,000? What a shot there! What a save! Yeah, 20,000. That gets you in the booth with me. I love doing it. I haven't seen a team that minds a co-caster. They were pretty happy about it. So yeah, Hyper was before. I had one of my guys that kind of helped me early on with casting, Feeding the Kitty, who's a IGL player, like an IGL OG player.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, and so I had him on. I haven't done it much. I've had Modern Day Mark on, who's actually the org owner for Circuitry Gaming, but he doesn't really fancy himself a caster, just another Rocket League addict. And the demos are flying here. Coda takes out Swift. Go
Good for
ahead.
Circuitry. Oh, this is gonna allow them to kind of reset here and give them another shot on offense. Because most people see demos as, a way to open up a play, which it is, as that one almost falls through. But really, it can be used to kind of just reset the play. You see it in ones or twos when you're under a lot of pressure. You take out all that pressure by demoing, and now you've got plenty of time and space to kind of set up your own play again. And now this one going to be in the corner. Coda looking to get this one off the backboard with the demo. Takes the lead.
All right, let's break this down here. So Antics just blows him up. Coda puts it off the wall, and that is very intentional. a lesser, more aggressive player will try to shoot it immediately, but Coda knows he has that back help from Monk Jr., and that's the results. 2-1 Circuitry Gaming.
Right. Yeah, that was a very good play off the backboard. A great way to find how to get your teammates involved. I mean, you have to find a couple of different ways, and it can be tough sometimes, but it's always it can always be a good option just to go the simpler route. As Coda was a little bit backwards here, now is finding antics in the middle, trying to tack on a third goal just to get some for good measure. Now they're going to play this one down. Monk Jr. looking to close it out. Coda now is going to be able to kill it.
And I think that's the distinguishing factor. I mean, at some point, you're going to hit a ceiling mechanically. And I don't know if you've ran into it as well with other players that you've met, but it seems like people have a hard time turning the corner, especially in threes with team play. You know, playing in a team, positioning themselves properly, rotating, and actually utilizing all their teammates, which, you know, you're seeing both teams able to do it here.
Right, yeah, team play becomes very important, especially at these higher levels of gameplay, like we're seeing GC2 to, you know, Supersonic Legend.
Right.
And, you know, it becomes very important, finding different ways to get your team involved. May that be demos, maybe I've seen Vitality do this before a couple of seasons ago. They have one guy go kind of on the solo route, and then when he's done, they have someone else come on in for the play. And that's another kind of way to get teammates involved, but I like just good old midfield passing. Really, that infield can be so dangerous, and anytime you can really get some passing plays involved, it is amazing to watch. I mean, it's so good.
Yeah, and I think I think we have a sub coming in. I don't think it's a car change, but Tyler did leave. And yeah, try to read that name. Oh, I think it's just KJ Shoots. I panicked. I panicked early, but that's just KJ.
That's actually the same name as me. So that shouldn't be too tough to remember. Right off the start, it's going to be swifting it out. Monk Jr. on the other end. Legendary J going to hit this one out to the side. And Monk Jr. going to take out KJ Shoots. Just got in the game, man. You can't do that to him.
Yeah, well, that's actually something I like talking about. I think you've seen me on the channel before. It's good to bring in the subs, but they kind of need that period to acclimate themselves to game speed as Coda takes advantage here.
Right, yeah, you got to get your feet in the water, but they didn't even give him a chance to.
Can I get a...
Took him out early
yeah?
and then set up a nice play to take the lead 1-0.
And I know you play for Wildcard in Tier 3, and you guys just added your fourth teammate. How are you guys going to approach substitutions? Is it going to be mid-series, or how are you going to play it?
Well, we really wanted to bring one in as more of an emergency sub, you know?
Okay.
Really just in case something happens, like internet goes out, like it happened to me today while casting, or, you know, whatever it may be. Just wanted to be able to have that extra sub in case something happens.
Okay. So yeah, the Clappers, we talked about it. If you're just joining us, they have 6 or 7 members. I think it might be 7 though, and they're already tapping into that as the series is tied 1-1.
Right, definitely not afraid, or it's really a good idea to bring out all the subs you can, or put them to good use. You know, you've got 7, may as well use them at some point, right?
Yeah.
Whether it can really be good for a dynamic change. I mean, I play also in the 2v2 Hoops League. Antics is not their leading scorer by any means, but he's showing that he's a smart enough player, and he knows when to come in. Go ahead. There's also the bump coming in from Monk Jr. kind of goomba'd them for a little bit, and made it tough to make the save. But I know with different teams it could be, you know, you kind of have a different dynamic. Like I said, with I played on a Hoops team, and this team we were playing, they were pretty good, but then they brought in their sub, and these two were meshing a lot better.
Look at this.
And Coda! Oh, look at the pass plays!
Break it down for us on the back end here.
Right, Antics off the backboard, finds Coda deep down the field, and then Coda able to find a whole defense. Nobody backed for the Clappers, unfortunately, here, but good awareness all around.
And that's just what you were alluding to in between games, games 2 and 3, this one, is that's what gives that next level, level of intrigue to Rocket League, is those passing plays that could really just turn into poetry. And Antics is looking to make a statement here, heavily involved.
Antics is trying to get that game ball.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Unfortunate play there for the Clappers. Fortunately, kind of gave it away, but good positioning from Antics, being ready for it and able to take advantage of that kind of opportunity. Monk Jr. looking to stay with this one.
Yeah, really quick. I don't know if you can see the chat. TG is in the chat. He says, "There's no dynamic. We spun a wheel and I drew a short straw." So I guess he got sat down from the Clappers. He's going to join us in chat, which, that works too. And I think that's probably more of a commentary of how comfortable they are with each individual team member on their squad.
Right, I did see that. That's pretty funny. I mean, we used to have 4 men. Oh, Coda gonna knock that one through for goal number 5. It is getting rough right now, but I think it's because Circuitry are starting to find their rhythm a bit. I mean, look at the placement. I mean, you can't ask better than that.
What's really standing out to me is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, every scoring play has been off an assist. That one, Monk Jr. doesn't look like too much, but he just puts it hard against that orange back wall. And then again, he's really relying on Coda. He's able to finish it up there. Looks like more points. We'll stay 5-0. Go ahead.
Almost had the pancake there on the backboard. Was looking for the flip reset, but just couldn't connect on it. But yeah, every goal has been assisted on, and that is really huge. That just goes to show or tell you about the play style they like to have. Coda, all going underneath, or trying to. Almost had it there. Monk Jr. up for this one. So
from what you've seen so far, the Clappers are down 5-0, but these teams look, if not evenly matched, maybe a slight advantage to Circuitry. Oh, look at this. Flip reset! Swift will tell me to shut my dirty horror mouth. Let's play the sound effect on this one.
Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
Swift goes into X Games mode. And Swift, I will shut up. I'm going to let Bolts just do the rest of the game here. Go ahead, Bolts.
Look at the placement, though. It was upper 90. I mean, that doesn't get much better than that. Somebody clip it. Put that in plays of the week, because that was beautiful. Now Coda off the backboard. Monk Jr.
If it's in plays of the week, they're going to hear me saying dirty horn mouth. Sorry, T now.
Maybe don't clip that one for Fury's sake.
I could take a warning. I could do with a warning. I think I can stomach it.
Alright. When somebody do clip that in, Coda, Antics, not able to find the angle on it. Had a brick wall in the way. And this one gonna go right in front for KJ Shoots. Look at the sub coming in.
There he is.
And able to score here late in the game. That's what they call clutch, Fury.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We talked about that in-game adjustment you have to make, but yeah, he at the end of the day, Rocket League is Rocket League. He knows how to play, and he like you said, comes in clutch for the Clappers. Now a 3-goal deficit, but I think their work's cut out for them.
Right, they got quite a bit of work to go. It's not like 1s or 2s, but you got a lot more space and create opportunities as easily, but it can still happen, I never like to count a team out, no matter how bad it gets, just because you never know what can happen. And Monk gonna take this one. Caught KJ Shoots with no boost to work with, taking out one to the backboard, doesn't have the angle. Monk Jr. can't get it. Swift in the way, and now they've got a little 2-on-1 action here potentially. Antics able to get back though.
Perfect. I don't know if you caught it, but again, you just think about what you would do in situations, and then look at what these superior players do. Swift had the open net, and I'm sure it was tempting to just launch the ball, but he looked immediately for the pass. He looked for a teammate and then put it off to the left.
Oh yeah, it can be so easy to just try to take the shot, but there's going to be someone back at this level, and you won't be able to take as many easy shots. Definitely good awareness, and good job just sticking with the passing play, because it's not always easy. As it does look like Circuitry are going to come out with this one, and they're going to have the series advantage. As you know, being up 2-1 in the series, you have 2 shots to try to close it out, but it's not as easy as it sounds.
No, not at all, but with my brief experience with Circuitry Gaming before this matchup, especially with Antics playing the way he is, I'd be surprised if they let their foot off the gas or if they have any sort of hiccups. You see the clappers now starting to go through the rotations. Legendary Jay comes out and Tyler rejoins, and we'll see what kind of dynamic that gives as KJ will remain in.
They must have liked what they saw from KJ to keep him around for this game 5. And maybe just trying to go for a different dynamic here.
Right. At this point, it's match point. You've thrown everything else at them. It doesn't really hurt to give them a different look.
Or maybe they went to go and spin a wheel. See who's gonna come in. You never know. And Junior gonna pop this one up. Oh, look at the pre-jump from Coda already. Look at the
he read it.
confidence coming out.
I don't think he saw Tyler popping up just as quick, if not a lot sooner.
Right, good read coming out from Tyler. Monk Jr. gonna play this one down. Swift gonna get the hit out. Antics already up for this one, playing it down for a teammate. It's gonna be a bit in a rough spot, so KJ Shoot's gonna take over now. Staying with it. Monk Jr. now gonna end up with it. Gets it by a defender. Coda right on top of it though to keep the play moving. Has a lot of boost to work with. He's gonna go right out to Antics. Can't get the shot, but it was looking pretty good.
I'm sure you've seen Monk Jr. sporting the Rogue decal. Are those fighting words for you? How are you feeling about it?
Oh man, I mean, I do like Rogue. I like them when they had Kronovi, but I don't know. As long
They
as
iced him. They iced my man.
they did. I mean, the only team I really didn't like was the Pittsburgh Knights for a while, which may be some controversy. Oh,
Here it is. Call it out, Bolts.
look at Antics finishing this one. Coda just popped it up, left it from Monk, and then off the backboard. This is actually a 3-person passing play, and KJ Shoots just couldn't get back to it in time. Unfortunate there.
And I think that's how Circuitry Gaming likes to play. I think that's why they play with a bit of a learning curve in game 1, because they know what they can do. They know the passing plays that they're trying to facilitate. They know what one another are about, but now they have to try to fit it into their respective opponent, whoever they're staring at on the other side of the field. And once they get that fit, you get plays like this. Hold on here.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this. Antics. Again, could take the shot, but has Monk Jr. in the middle waiting for it. This is textbook right here. Oh, this is beautiful. I can't get enough of that infield passing play, Fury. This is so good.
And Mark says he's educating us. He says that Monk's been a Rogue fan since they came in OG. That's kind of because I don't have a team. I hardly watch RLCS, and I'm kind of looking for that grassroots team that I can get behind. But a lot of Rocket League players are dorky as shit, so I haven't really found a team that resonates with me quite yet. I'll take suggestions. I'm down for suggestions. I don't want the mainstream ones like NRG, G2, nah, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
Are those fighting words? Those are the ones you're looking for.
No. I am a G2 fan though. I'm pretty basic. I'm as basic as they come. Obviously Rizzo fan, G2 fan. So
yeah,
I'm pretty basic. But yeah, OG Rogue fan. Probably back when they had Sizz and Turtle on the team, I believe as well. So
Turtle, I play. Have you heard Turtle rap? I play some of his raps in the pregame warm-up.
I have. I actually saw it from the Rizzo and Sizz podcast, and I definitely had to check it out. It was pretty good.
Yeah, he's good. All right, so the chat's coming in. End serves. He said, "Join the G2 army." Fine, we don't want you. Forrest says Alpine. Alpine has been on my radar. I got to look into them a little more. And Roasty says KCP, Kansas City, baby.
Oh, that's true.
Booming wants some more.
KCP are pretty good, but so is Coda. And a little over 2 minutes to go. Things are not looking too promising here for the Clappers, but they still have a little under half the game left to go. And, that can be easy to forget sometimes. You think, oh, man, only 2 minutes left. But then you think about it, and a game is 5 minutes, and so that's 2.5 for half a game. They could still come back into this. They just got to get some things going. I think they have to get a little creative, but they can definitely do it. We saw it in game 1, and the potential is there.
Ooh. Here's bar down, out, and Swift will finish it up. As Roasty's in the chat trying to get me to root for a team that doesn't exist. Good job, Roast.
Oh, no. Oh, wait. I actually didn't know that either. KCP doesn't have a team right now?
Okay, all right, well, let's all get educated then.
Yeah, I'm usually kept up on that kind of stuff, but I did not know that one. Also, Clappers getting on the board here. This could be a start to the comeback, because, I mean, all it takes is one, and I don't want to try and cast, because I've done it before. I'm pretty sure we all have, but, you know, definitely a good way to get things started. Just got to take it one goal at a time.
Ooh.
Oh, almost had it there, just didn't fall through this time. But if they keep connecting on opportunities like that, or keep setting up opportunities like that, rather, then they'll be back in this game in no time.
I like what I see. I like what I've been seeing from Swift all series long. He's not only living up to his name, but he looks very, very smart as well. And he seems like a fixture. I don't think any spinning of the wheel can take him out. He looks very, very good. Just involved as much as he can on any given play.
That's true. If there's anyone who's not on that wheel, it's probably Swift. I mean, it has been a playmaker for them, and has been a big part of why they're in this one right now. Not to say that the other players aren't really doing anything, but he's been the star of the show for them. It's now Swift looking to control this one. Coda gonna come in, but Swift able to take it by one. Got Antics waiting for it. Gonna take control now. KJ Shoot's gonna take this to the side. Looking to stay with it potentially.
So now that we're winding down here, Bolts, what do you think? Assuming that Circuitry Gaming is able to hang on the last 30 seconds here, what do you think was the deciding factor between the two teams?
Well, I think it was that midfield defense, Fury. I really think.
Oh, Antics! Hold on
one
here. I got a sound effect here, because he looked like he was flexing a little bit.
Jeepers, mister, you're really strong.
Jeepers, Antics looking very strong outside the goal. 3-goal lead now, 22 seconds left. But go ahead, Bolts. You were saying a midfield presence and defense from, I believe, Circuitry?
Right, yeah, and they've connected so well in these passing plays, too. Just found so many different ways to get each other involved, and Antics has really started to come alive at the end of this series. We were talking about Monk Jr., but really, Antics was playing really well at the end as well, and, Coda probably feels left out, but they were doing their too. I mean, it takes everyone. You can't have one guy slacking, especially at these higher levels. You got to have everyone, like a cog, keep everything moving, and they definitely did a great job doing that tonight.
And Modern Day Mark, org owners, just going to golf clap from the chat, says 5-1 Circuitry Gaming, let's go. So Monk Jr. ends as MVP, 491, a goal, assist, a save, 6 shots. And that's what I've always seen from Monk Jr., whether I'm watching some of his highlights, some of his clips, whether I'm casting him directly. He's a jack of all trades. He's there when you need him, and he seems like a tremendous teammate. But I'll be talking to Coda on the post-game interview here. So, Bolts, do you have any closing remarks before we take off, or any questions that you want me to ask Coda?
Man, I don't know. It put me on the spot like this. No, I'm kidding. They did have a lot of shots. Maybe ask them how they adjusted to the clappers.
Okay. All right, after game one.
Whatnot.
Sure.
Right. I think that'd be a good one.
I'll get it going. Bolts, did you have fun? Was it worth 20,000 channel points?
I mean, I had a blast. I can't believe it's already over. I just getting started.
Yeah, it would have been nice for a 5-game series, but I don't think Circuitry Gaming, I don't think they roll like that, man. I really don't. So that might be the case. But I'll leave you here, sir. Good casting with you. Always a pleasure to be with you. I'm on stream now, so I'm on camera. Everyone can see me blush and flirt. But I'll talk to you later tonight. You have cast later? In a little bit?
No, I'm done tonight.
Okay, so I'll probably see you in the chat, man. But thanks for coming on, and I'll talk to you right now.
Of course, I appreciate you having me. Peace out, man.
All right, so let me call Mr. Dillard. Ooh, hey Monk, can you send me his Discord, please? I forgot to ask that of you. Ask Coda what led to such a dominating performance. Oh, you thought I was not going to ask him that? Force taught Coda everything he knows. Let's see here. That's my guy. So let me see. I think I have that maybe. Okay. All right, Coda is patiently waiting for me. That slipped my mind. We had a last-minute change before the cast, but we'll bring in Coda to talk some shop, if you will. Antics in the chat, enjoying himself, enjoying the victory, calling out. And there he is. What is it, man? We doing Coda? We doing Dillard? Talk to me.
It's Coda. I just am lazy and haven't switched my name. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
it.
Dude,
all the good Rocket League players I know do not concern themselves with almost anything else. Like any little intricacies about the game, they could care less.
Yeah, you should see my car. I haven't switched the design on it in about 6 months.
yeah, stuff like that too, man. Well, congrats on the win. It's I haven't been keeping up with the Invitational as I should. This is my first one that I've casted actually. So congrats. Really? Yeah, and I didn't know that you guys were on such a roll. Now 5-1. How you feeling about it?
Feeling really good. I mean, we came out really strong at the start. We've only lost to one team. I mean, I felt great about the way we're playing. I feel like we're really clicking as a team. We only got together a few months ago, and things are starting to fall in place, getting a lot better. So I'm really happy with how we've improved and how we're playing.
Right. You guys looked so good. You and Monk Jr. look mind melded or something. One brain. What is it? What is it? Is it just the time you guys have been putting in?
Actually, we just kind of like felt that connection since we first played together. The very first time me and him played together, I think both of us just knew we were teaming. It clicked. Everything clicked.
I'm not a romance coach or anything, but that sounds like love at first sight to me. That sounds like love at first sight to me. You just what a love story. I knew it from his first pass. I just knew he was the one. Yeah. My guy, Monk Jr. But no. All joking aside, you kind of see it. Chat's gonna have fun with that one. But we have some questions from the chat. Let's see here. Fours wants me to ask you what you think of what you think of him.
I love Fours. Fours is the homie.
He says he taught you everything you know.
All right, that's some cap, but he shows out. He shows out every single game and comes and cheers for us. He's the homie.
All right, Fours. And then N Serves is always hanging out. He says, "Ask Coda what led to such a dominating performance."
Playing the game.
Playing the game.
That's all it is.
All right, let me see here. And then he says, ask Coda why his name is Coda. Oh, I already did that. Laziness, Sensors. Laziness. And
that's pretty much it.
Let me see. I think Mark might have had one. Oh, yeah. Ask Coda what the secrets are to double flip resetting.
I'll teach you, Mark. I've offered to teach you. You never take me up on my offers. You don't want to learn.
He's a busy man, and he likes the rat tactics like I do as well.
For real, he's a little demo demon.
Yeah,
I won't even play 6-mans with him, bro.
All right, so I think that's it from the chat. I probably won't read anything else. But yeah, you guys look great. And then Antics was getting busy there at the end. Was that something designed, or were things just falling that way for him to insert himself into the gameplay?
I guess things were just following that way. Usually, as far as we've been playing through IGL, Ant's been just a little menace for us. He's just been up in their face, demoing, creating opportunities for us. He's been playing really good, filling that role. Things just opened up for him to put some shots up today.
Right. I mean, you see Antics. He comes into the game with a modest 0.3 goals a game. But that's like I know that doesn't say anything about him and what he's able to bring to the table. He's behind Monk and yourself. The Splash Brothers, if you will. So it's kind of hard to insert yourself without it being forced. You really have to rotate, not take away from the game plan, and maybe just let your teammates rock most of the time, especially if it's working.
Yeah, for real. I mean, all the stats show are the roles that you're playing as a team. I mean, if you look at Ant's assists, he's going to be higher than me and Monk, stuff like that. Really, if any of us switched our roles, it would all be the same.
Right.
I think all of us are just as skilled as the other. It's just about the roles we're playing.
Right, and I think the strongest teams, although they have, you have your tendencies and you'll fall into certain roles, it just at the drop of a hat, or in any given needed situation, someone can be the shooter, someone can be the passer and the backman, and so on. And yeah, I think that's the mark of a truly great team. No pun intended. So you guys go down in game one. What did you see? What were the adjustments, if any, leading forward? Because you didn't look back. You just took it over and didn't look back.
Oh, that's kind of just a trend with us. We usually just come
Yeah.
out the gate slow and
Yeah.
not really playing like ourselves. Happens almost every series we play, but we always come back, get it together.
Yeah, if you watch the VOD back, I was talking that a little bit. I saw if it wasn't you three together, maybe it was just a Mod Podge or something similar when you guys had the show match, like you were saying a few months ago. And I noticed again something similar, a slow start. I wasn't sure how it was gonna end, and then Monk got to monking, and you guys ended up with the dub.
Yeah, I think we just like to feel our opponents out a little bit,
Right.
Feel out their play style, how they want to do things, and then we just adjust and get to work.
Right, which was my guess, because it seems like with your guys' playstyle and everything that you're able to do and how well you work with one another, it seems like it's just plug and play, but you first have to find out what the other team's trying to do, and then go from there. Did you see anything particular from them, or is it just kind of like a on-the-field game speed kind of thing?
We saw that they were a bit slower than us, and
Okay.
that's what we really turned on the Jets and just started going at them with pressure, and they cracked on defense. So that's
Okay.
really just what we observed from game one. I mean, we usually go in anytime we play a team we've never played before. We go into it with our minds open, no matter what
Definitely,
their record or who they've played is. So we saw how they play, realized that we could just outspeed them, and got right to it.
Right, and you pretty much have to. It's not like the other tiers in IGL. It has a very ambiguous GC2 plus, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a question mark. Like, you don't know if Musty himself is coming down disguised in IGL here to just wreak havoc. And maybe it's just the overlying feeling of respecting your opponent, no matter their circumstances as well. But you guys make push for quals, right, here and there?
Yeah, we've played one qual together, and we were one. I think we went 3-2 last qual to making it onto day 2.
Oh my God. How's that feel, and how do you feel going forward? Because something I wanted to talk about on the stream, but we never really got around to it, is IGL is a perfect way to stay sharp. While you're waiting in between. So how are you feeling about your guys' next push, and how else do you guys manage your time, or again, hone your skills when you're not playing aside from IGL?
Honestly, I have full confidence we will at least make day 2 next push. Because this time around, we weren't even really in it. We were kind of half playing because Ant and Monk weren't even sure if they'd be there for day 2. I was moving this whole weekend in my first apartment, so we weren't even really in it this time. We were just kind of playing it to play it, just see what happened. We didn't even think we'd be able to play day 2. So I think next time when we come at it, ready to play, ready to win, I think we'll make it.
I like it, man. I watch. I'm with the Circuitry Twitter, and I watch when you guys are live and you're making a push. So I gotta catch the next one. I just like the way that you're talking about it. It seems like the way you're approaching it. But,
yeah, I mean, you got to approach everything with full confidence, and I truly believe in my 2 teammates. I believe that in the next year or so we'll be a contender, and I'm gonna stick hold to that.
All right, so Monk, probably the last question I'll read from chat, but he says, "Ask Coda how he's so cute."
Oh my God! Stop! You're gonna make me blush on camera. You're catching me in 4K.
All right, so I mean, that's Circuitry Gaming is always welcome on this channel. You know that. Mark knows that. I hope everyone knows that. Always good having you guys on. I just like how you guys are with each other. Huge camaraderie, but like not only from your guys' rank, but above you guys, down to the bottom team. I love it. Just a great group out there. You guys are doing it right. Here we are, sir. So I gotta get you to give the game ball to someone. You get your shout outs, plugs, anything you got. But first game ball, please.
Oh wait! I misunderstood that. What do you want me to do?
Who's the MVP for the series here? What'd you say?
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Ant because Ant stayed being a menace. He stayed being a menace, stayed in his role like he has been, and he still managed to come out here and get some goals. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that one Ant's way.
All right. Yeah, solid pick. And then, yeah, now the floor is yours. So you get your shout-outs. You're getting a lot of love in the chat, so try not to leave anyone out. And then any plugs if you have them. And then anything else you want to talk about, sir?
Plugs I'll get out of the way first. CodaRL on TikTok and Coda on YouTube.
If you DM me the links, I'll post them.
Oh, God, I don't.
But you don't have to. Someone someone might hook
That's
you
just
up.
TikTok. You can just do that for TikTok.
All right.
Just plug that one. But
That's
just huge
TikTok.
shout outs to Monk and Ant. You know, we've been playing the way we want to play. We've stuck together as a team, and the energy levels have never went down. I've loved playing with both of them, and I see big things for us in the future. So huge shout outs to both of them. Love you guys. You're both beasts, absolute menaces. Shout out to Fours and Ensers for always coming out to the games, always supporting us. You guys are the real homies.
All right.
Shout out to Mark for hoping.
I thought you were gonna forget him. I was like, ooh.
Nope, I'm not forgetting Mark, even though he's a little demon and he forgets about us sometimes. But I love him. I love you, Mark.
All right. Anything else from you, sir?
I'm good.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Monk doesn't want to talk to me. He'll DM me on Twitter sometimes and say what's up, but he won't do this. I don't know what's up.
We're just taking turns because he did the last.
Okay, I like that. But yeah, thanks for coming on. Good talking to you. Congrats again, and good luck, man. You guys are hot right now. Who was the one loss to, if you recall, by chance?
It was balanced. We had an off week that week.
All right.
For sure.
Okay. Well, that's why playoffs exist. So we'll see, man. See you around.
All right. See ya.
Peace. All right, Coda, much beloved in the chat. Antics says they won't let me interview. Ant is outlawed. Worst player in A. All right, so again, shout out to Bolts. Let me see if I can find him here. There he is. So shout out to Bolts. That is his Twitch. I had him do the play-by-play, and we were just trying to play off each other. I don't cocast often. I'm not terribly comfortable with it, but thank you, Fours. Appreciate the follow.